thank Tom for bringing this nice prime coon in here for me to skin. What I like to do when I'm skinning a coon is take my comb and run through that fur, make sure there's no burrs or anything in it. Pretty nice, clean fur. Tom takes good care of his stuff. Important. Pretty clean, so I'll just get to skinning him here. I start in about the back of the legs, I case them out. Pretty simple cut on a coon. You just start right here, bottom of the foot, and just slide all the way across to the other side. Simple, straight across. And you start cutting it. A lot of fat on a coon, so you can leave as much on the hide as you want because you got to flesh it on the pole anyway. Just take it easy so you don't cut through that fur though. Just work it, take your time. You do the same on the back side. You cut, just go around the tail. Simple procedure. Just work down, come back, kind of take a little bit more, take your thumb, stick through there like that, peel it, okay? Got that one leg peeled. You do the same thing on this side. Here's the tail. You cut to the other side of the tail, okay? Work that fur down. Take your time. You want to cut the hide. Take your thumb, just simple. Pull it through. And I take my knife and I cut here to hang it on my machine. Works a lot easier. Let it down here. There we go. Hang her up. Bring her up to my level. And I'm going to finish taking that tail out. You have to cut on the underneath side of it. Cut down a little ways. So when you pull that tail out, it don't pull the tail off. You just cut around it. And you have to help pull it out, you cut down so far. So where you feel comfortable of pulling that cord out. You cut around it. You take your little stripper here, put it in the 1/2-inch hole. That's what this is here. You put her in there, clamp her down. She pulls right out. Simple. And you take your knife, and you finish cutting that tail all the way down, otherwise that fur will slip on you. It won't get a good dry. It's that simple. She's cut all the way down. You flip it around, cut to the first elbow. Make a slice here, stick your thumb through there, cut her, pull on it, same thing on this side, real simple. Cut it, there we go, pull it, no problem. Okay. Clamp her to my machine here. Coon's a fairly tough hide, but you still got to be careful with them. You just pull that hide right off. Okay? And you work it and pull that leg out. That one. Pull her up a little more, and you can kind of help it on the head here a little bit. Work her down, and there you'll see the ears again. It'll feel like a hollow spot, and that's a good place to cut it, right there. Same on that one, right there. Okay, I'm going to cut around these eyes here. You want to make sure you don't cut them too big. Just work it down a little bit. Once you get past the eyes into the nose, you got her made. You just pull her off. And a coon is terrible fat. It's got lots of fat on it, so that's all got to come off on a fleshing beam. So what I do is I put him on this beam, pull him all down straight. And earlier when I first started skinning them, when I comb it, that's important because if you got burrs on this fur, when you're fleshing it, it'll rip a hole in it. the cleaner the pelt, the easier it'll flesh. So, there we go. I'll grab my fleshing knife here. Okay, I want to make sure you get all this fat peeled off. It's basically the same technique all the way around the critter. Just, okay, I'll pull it off here and I'll show you. See how I took every bit of that fat off down to the hide? Well, that's how it's got to be all over, and it peels off pretty simple. I'll show you. When you get it all, the fat all off, you put it on a wire stretcher, is what I use. I'll show you here. You pull it on and you pull it down tight, and you further down the better. And if you even want to go so far as tie the front leg shut with string, it makes it look a lot neater for when you sell it. You get it on there, and coon dries pretty slow because it's such a thick hide. You might have to let it dry overnight, 12 hours or so. And after that, you hang it up where the air can circulate it, dry it out real good. You let it dry overnight, and that should be the end product. And I want to thank Tom for bringing it in for me to skin.